Hello, FBA! It's the Patties again! We are saying hello to you from the Czech Republic, and we hope that you didn't forget about us, but just in case, we'll remind you who we are. So my name is Tyler.
I'm Lara.
I'm Judah.
I'm Asher.
Awesome. And then Simeon, you still haven't met. He is taking another nap. Isn't that crazy? And we have some news to share about Simeon, but first, Asher, you had the chicken pox last time. How are you feeling?
Good.
You feeling better?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Thank you to all of you who prayed for Asher and his chicken pox. Unfortunately, now Simeon has the chicken pox, so you can be praying for him. He's got spots all over his face and his back and his belly and his legs, and he's very, very tired. So please pray for him, and hopefully you can meet him next week. So, okay, guys, we taught you a Czech word last week. Do you remember what it was? Judah, do you remember what word we taught them last week?
Ahoy. Ahoy.
Great job, guys. Let's say it all together. Ahoy! And that means hello, and it also means goodbye. So, ahoy. We have a new Czech word for you today. I wonder if, Judah, you could tell them the Czech word.
Děkuji.
Děkuji. Děkuji means thank you. So let's say it all together. Děkuji. And it's a little trickier than ahoy, so I will say it very slowly. Děkuji. Let's say, try that. Go do it slowly together. Děkuji. And that means thank you. So now you know how to say thank you in Czech. That's so cool. Okay, just like last week, we have a surprise for you at the end of the video, and it's something that Czech people and Czech kids love to do in the summer, especially when they go to the mountains. So, boys, you have a mission. Okay, see you in a little bit. And so, we are going to tell you a little bit more about the Czech Republic. And we're going to tell you some things that we really like about the Czech Republic. We're going to tell you a little bit about things that God really likes about the Czech Republic and the things that He's been doing in the past and the things that He's doing now that we get to be a part of. So first, I want you to imagine a time before you were born, before your parents were born, before America was even a country, before America was discovered, before they had even invented books. In the 900s, so a long time ago, there were missionaries that were named, what were their names?
Cyril and Methodius.
Cereal? No, it's not cereal. Cyril and Methodius were missionaries to this part of the world, to the Czech people. And they brought the gospel of Jesus, and they also invented alphabet. That was pretty cool.
Wow.
So God has been doing things in this country for a long, long, long time, and He's been using these people to, in lots of amazing ways. One amazing way that God has used this people is through another group of missionaries. What were their names?
The Moravian Brothers.
So the Moravian Brothers were actually missionaries from this part of the world, from the Czech people, to America. Can you imagine that? So there were missionaries who came here, and then there were missionaries that were sent from here, and now we are missionaries that are back here. We always need to be reminded of the gospel. And so it's great when we can tell each other the gospel and be reminded together of what Jesus has done. So that's a pretty cool story. Lara, what are some things that you really like about this country and these people?
I really love living here in the Czech Republic. The people here are so kind and patient with us, especially me, as I learn the Czech language. It's a beautiful language, but it is really hard. They have some extra letters in their alphabet So whenever I try to speak, and if I make a mistake or mess up, they're so kind to just help me learn how to say it right, and also are excited that we're trying. So they're very kind and patient people. And they're very welcoming, especially those in the church. They really welcome you into their home, into their family lives. So the church community here is very kind.
And if you go over to someone's house, they will always offer you tea.
Tea. Lots of tea.
Not sweet tea.
No, but fruit tea.
Fruit tea.
And it's usually warm.
Warm fruit tea.
So, yep.
One of the big things that's happening in this part of the world right now is there's a war. There's a war in a country called Ukraine, very close to us. And what's been amazing is that the Czech people have been so welcoming of refugees from Ukraine, people who are running away from war, who've lost their homes, and sometimes they've lost their family members. Mm-hmm. Lara, can you tell us more about that and how God is using that to help people know Him better?
Yeah, so we work here with an organization called Josiah Venture, and through Josiah Venture, they have helped thousands of refugees come to the Czech Republic or to other countries on big buses or lots of cars, and then we send big trucks of food to Ukraine to those who are still there. So that's one way God has used the Czech Republic and the missionaries here to help. Another way is camps. So there's lots of English camps here, because to get a job when you're older or to even graduate high school, sometimes you have to learn English. You guys already know English, so good job.
And now you know a little Czech too.
And now you know a little Czech. So lots of Ukrainian kids who are here in the Czech Republic have gone to these camps, and they're not only learning English, they're also learning about Jesus. So as the summer finishes, you can pray for the Ukrainian kids and the Czech kids who are learning about Jesus this summer at camp, and that they would know Him. But just one personal friend we have from Ukraine, her name is Dasha, and she is beautiful. She's 22 years old, and she came on a big bus with people she didn't know from Ukraine without her mommy and daddy and her brother. Her mom is blind, so she can't see, and so leaving Ukraine would be really hard for her. So they sent Dasha to Czech to be safe, and Dasha came to our house and lived with us for a couple of weeks, and now we just get to love her and care for her as she lives on her own here in Czech, and tell her about Jesus. So you guys can pray for Dasha and her family while they're back in Ukraine.
Another great opportunity for the gospel in this part of the world is that Czech people love to ask questions. They have lots of questions, and they love to ask questions and look for answers. They're very curious. Mm-hmm. Are you curious? Do you like asking questions of your parents? I hope so. Now, one of the interesting things is that even though the gospel has come to this part of the world, and there have been missionaries that have been sent out, lots of people don't know Jesus. They've forgotten. They've forgotten about God, they've forgotten about Jesus, and they've forgotten about their history. But they have lots of great questions. And to tell you one story, we were at a camp a few months ago with kids who did not know Jesus, and they had lots of questions, and I stayed up really late one evening answering questions, lots of really, really good questions about who is God, and what is the Bible, and how do we have a relationship with God, and what about sin, and what does God want to do in our lives? Mm-hmm. And there was one boy named Vojta, and he was just sitting and listening. He wasn't really asking questions. He was just listening to other people ask questions. But after many, many hours of talking, he went away and he prayed and told Jesus, I want to have a relationship with you. I want you to forgive my sins, and I want to know you, and I want you to know me and experience your love and to be saved. So that was amazing that he was so curious and he listened so well, and then he went and actually asked God to forgive him and to save him. So that's amazing. So that is one of the reasons why we do what we do, why we are teachers. We actually teach older kids to teach younger kids about Jesus, and we help them know how to answer questions and to give good information about who God is and how people can know him. So asking questions is a great thing.
So if you can think of one question to ask your mommy and daddy today, do it. It can be about Jesus. It can be about the church. It can be about the Czech Republic. Ask them anything that you're curious about, because they want to help answer your questions, and they want you to know the world around you and Jesus.
Awesome.
So.
Now it's time to reveal the mystery of what those boys have been doing. So would you follow us?
What are they doing?
What are they doing? One of the things that Czechs love to do in the summer, especially when they're hiking in the woods or if they have bushes in their yard, is to pick berries. Can you show me how many berries you've picked? Oh my goodness. And wait, where is Asher? Asher, where are you? What are you doing? Look at that boy and those berries. This is so much fun. Look at all these berries. So, this week, maybe you can eat some berries and you can pray for us. And you can think about all the things that we talked about. You can pray for Dasha. You can pray for people like Vojta who have questions and who want to know Jesus. And you can practice your word. Does everybody remember the word that we learned?
What's the word?
Ahoy.
Ahoy. That's what we learned last time. What did we learn this time?
Děkuji.
Děkuji. Thank you. And we'd like to say thank you to you. And we'll see you soon. Děkuji.
Děkuji.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.